benefits. Apply now at purdueglobal.edu.
Throughout our history, 150 plus years marked by teaching, research, and engagement, we have been driven by a purpose greater than ourselves. Our purpose, our reason for being, is to serve the people of Indiana and beyond. Hardworking men and women from big cities, small towns, and rural communities, different circumstances, and promising futures. We trace our worthy charge to a defining moment in our country's history, July 2nd, 1862. Among the darkest days of the Civil War, President Lincoln signed a bill to preserve the industrial spirit of a divided Union. The Morrill Act gives over 1 million acres of federal land to endow at least one university in every state. Born from an idea so uniquely American, these universities are not meant to be exclusive to the wealthy or elite. They are for all. They are to teach applied subjects like agriculture and the mechanic arts, and they are to share their knowledge far beyond campus borders. Upon our founding in 1869, Purdue University represents a new era in education for all. Our first graduate, John Bradford Harper, puts it into these words: "Who dares to place a limit on the human intellect? Who dares to say when the search for truth in this world shall end?" For decades to come, Purdue University opens doors to the instigators of progress. Instigators of discoveries, patents, companies, life-saving drugs, works of art, world food, and Nobel Prizes. The list goes on and on and on. Like our commitment to those we serve, a community with educational needs that grows and changes over time. We open regional campuses, freeze tuition, take instruction online, and reinvent high school. We continue to reimagine accessible education for the 21st century, and our service is no longer contained within red brick exteriors. Why? Because the people, our nation, still need us, today as they did in 1862. And we can do more. We can serve more. 40 million Americans have some college credit and valuable life experience, but no degree. First-generation students, working adults, active military, and veterans. Many share the same dreams and drive that define Purdue. For them, West Lafayette is not the answer today. They need something else, something they can trust and be proud of. For them, our answer is new yet ever true. Purdue Global. To them and to all we serve in West Lafayette and around the globe, we offer an invitation, a chance, an opportunity to dream big again and take the small steps that will move us all forward. Because if not us, who? We are Purdue and Purdue Global, where again and again and again, persistence pays off.
Chancellor Dooley, the candidates have been assembled.
Welcome to everybody. I'm Dr. Frank Dooley, Chancellor at Purdue University Global. Whether you're with us here in Anaheim or participating from home somewhere around the world, let me be the first to welcome you to our 16th commencement ceremony. Now, I want to apologize with this crazy weather we're getting in Southern California. Our programs did not arrive on time, so please scan the QR code on the screen or their sheets on your tables. That'll give you access to a digital program today. Would everyone please stand? We're going to rise for the presentation of colors, the national anthem, and then the retiring of colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated and join me in recognizing and thanking the Tustin American Legion Post 227 Color Guard. You make us proud. I also want to thank Melissa Johnson, who joins us from Morgan Hill, which is about 6 hours north of here. She shared her beautiful voice with us. She's graduating today with her medical assistant certificate, so she'll be back on stage. Her family's present today, and I bet they're proud of her. Thank you, Melissa. All right, so where we're going to start today, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to introduce the dedicated members of our university administration, our faculty and graduation speaker joining the celebration. And please stand when I announce your name. And for those in the audience, if you just hold your applause so they're all standing. So, Dr. Paul Bott, Board of Trustees. Dr. John Harbour, Provost. Dr. Carolyn Nordstrom, Chief Administrative Officer. Dr. Tiffany Townsend, Vice President of Organizational Culture and Chief Diversity Officer. Michael Lorenz, Vice President of Strategy and Academic Operations and Registrar. Our Mace Bearer, former Faculty Senate President and Professor Mark Burlingame. From the School of Business and Information Technology, Dean and Vice President Dr. Jeffrey Buck. Associate Dean Dr. Pam De Lattelle. Professor Dr. Cherie Nelson. And Professor Dr. Barbara Leigh Tonelli. From the School of Health Sciences, Interim Dean Dr. Rebecca Zolotar. Academic Department Chair Dr. Christopher Gallucci. And Professor Dr. Wesley Benton. And our keynote speaker, Concord alumnus Dolan Williams. Thank you all. Yes, Dolan. All right. Thank you for joining us today. And you may be seated. So I get to say when you're up and down all day long, so that's part of my job. All right. Purdue University's president, Dr. Meng Chang, started in January of this year, and he wants to share some of his sentiments with you. So let's listen to Dr. Meng Chang.
Warm congratulations to all of you as you are about to turn from students to alumni of Purdue Global. Commencement is a time for laughter, hugs, and celebration. Today, we're proud to celebrate your persistence in completing your degrees at Purdue Global while having full-time jobs, taking care of your children and family, or serving our country. Education uplifts people's lives, including my own family's. Due to circumstances in life, my father could only start his higher learning in his 50s. He started with associate degree in a community college and then went on to earn his bachelor and master's degree. I was there with his first graduation. That was the proudest moment in my own life as well. Today, there are about 40 million Americans with some college credentials but not a degree. Under the leadership of Chancellor Dooley and the entire faculty and staff at Purdue Global, we are determined to provide a high-quality solution to that challenge. In addition to celebrating our students and families, today we'll also celebrate the 25th birthday of Concord Law School, the nation's first fully online law school. Now, boiler up, hammer down, congratulations again to all of you, and hail our Purdue.
Thank you to Dr. Chang. His father's story is very similar to many of our stories in the room. You know, as he said, his father didn't start community college till he's well into his 50s, but then he went on to get his master's degree. And sometimes, as the saying goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And think of the changes we're seeing. Higher education has changed where people just like you finish your degrees fully online, right? And one of the biggest things that is sitting in front of us today is artificial intelligence, right? For all you know, I wrote this speech with ChatGPT, right? I didn't, but it might not be that far off in the world that we're living. And so it seems like the things that were science fiction not too long ago are becoming reality. And what we're going to see with you is some of it we'll use to build sophisticated equipment for diagnosis and healthcare. Artificial vehicles or driving, right? Artificial vehicle, what would that be? You have to have a real vehicle yet, although it might have artificial intelligence driving it, right? We also see it in higher education. We see it in AI grading and predictive analytics. It helps us know which students need to be engaged at a particular time. But yet, higher education is very much a human-influenced industry. We'll use AI in different things as we go forward, but we're always going to rely upon our wonderful faculty and staff to work and interact and help you move forward in your lives. The future's here. I know that some of you are going to work with these technologies. Others of you may advance them. In either way, we're all going to see it in our lives every day. Now, today, we're incredibly grateful to provide a ceremony that brings us together no matter where we are around the globe, either virtually or here in Southern California. Graduates, it's quite remarkable. At today's ceremonies, you represent 46 states, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and places from around the globe like Bermuda, Canada, Indonesia, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Saipan, the largest island in the Northern Marianas Islands. And I love that we can remain close through this institution as we recognize your accomplishments today. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to suggest each and every one of you is wonderful in your own right. You've got something to be incredibly proud of today, but you didn't get here today on your own, all right? Balancing school, work, life, family is not an easy task. And my suspicion is you leaned on family, friends, children, co-workers, and others for encouragement and support throughout your journey at Purdue Global. So let's take a moment and thank your support group. Let's show them some appreciation. What great support systems we have. We're very grateful. Now, I'm just going to run you through a few things that makes us special as a university. Our student body includes close to 5,000 active duty, National Guard, Reserve military members, 1,400 military family members, and over 2,900 veterans. That's about 9,300 of our students are affiliated with the military. Would each of you in the audience today who is an active service member or a veteran, please stand. Thank you so much for your service. And let me share a little bit that makes your class and your alma mater so remarkable. Will the graduates attending today as a first-generation graduate please rise and then remain standing? So those first-gen students, yeah, you're the first in your family. Stay up. You don't get to sit down. All right. I appreciate it. You know what I like about this room is you're here to celebrate, and that's what this room is all about. So no, you are among the first in your family to attend college and complete a degree, and about half of our students at Purdue Global are just like you. And there's several. I'm first gen. There's others on the stage up here who are first gen students. Will the graduates who held a job or were in the service while attending school please rise and remain standing? And if you are already standing, raise your hand. And then, will the graduates who cared for a child or other dependent while obtaining your degree please rise and stand? And if you already have one hand up, raise the other. This is another half of our student population, all right? You can put your hands down at least, you can even sit down. They're going to start the hokey pokey over there, I think. You know, just so you have an appreciation, in addition to those in the room today, in this last year, over 11,000 people have graduated from Purdue Global. And what you've done is particularly remarkable because you did your education while dealing with everything that life threw at you, including a pandemic. It simply takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get where you are today, and you should be incredibly proud of your achievement. All right. Now, let's clap again. That's worth it. Now I have the distinct honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Dolan Williams. Dolan is a Concord Law School alumnus who graduated in 2015 with a Juris Doctor degree, which means he has a law degree, and he traveled up today or last night from San Diego to join us. So Dolan, would you please come?
Graduates, family, friends, and the entire Purdue community, welcome. My name is Dolan Williams, and I'm a graduate of Concord Law School at Purdue Global, class of 2015. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here. If this is your first time visiting Southern California, the answer is yes, the traffic is always this bad, and no, nobody knows how to drive. So here's how it started. When I first decided to further my education back in 2005, the company that I was working for was having these massive layoffs that lasted years. But my wife was staying at home with our kids, and I was the only earner. At this time, my wife and I had more kids while the company I was working for shrank by 50%. My personal life was just moving in a direction different than my professional life, and I knew a job loss would have been devastating, but knew an education was my ticket to security and prosperity. Originally, I started in a graduate program at Arizona State around the same time my oldest was born. What I came to realize was getting started was the easy part, but every day I could feel the pressure mounting to do my best at work to survive, but also make sure I got that assignment in by 11:59 p.m. And in fact, the day my oldest was born, I had to hand a project to my classmate to turn in for me so I could run to the hospital. Before my program was over, we had two kids, and this photo accurately summarizes how well I handled work, home, and school to cross the finish line. And let's just say I barely made it. So after graduation, I learned that no matter my education, my family was counting on me. And I knew I had no control over things like company downsizing. I had trouble sleeping, and my heart broke every time I saw another colleague pack up their desk. I felt so dependent on the decisions of people whom I've never met, and those feelings of hopelessness and helplessness were exhausting. I just knew that I was next on the chopping block. And for any of you that have experienced layoffs, especially during the pandemic, this is probably all too familiar. I still needed a change if we were going to survive. Like so many of you, we had no plan B. I needed something that would help guard against rocky professional waters, but also allow me to keep my commitment to my family. So one day, I was driving down the street with my wife, and I turned to her and said, what if I became a lawyer? And mind you, I didn't know any lawyers at the time, and I didn't come from a family of lawyers at all, but it didn't matter. She was all about it. So I had to start looking for how I was going to keep my job and pursue a new degree. So I started looking the way any of us begins a meaningful, life-changing research project. I Googled it. Thankfully, Concord Law School pulled up and I was on the first step on my journey. I told my wife and she celebrated the idea. After graduation, when I worked at a law firm in 2017, I would listen to music while I was researching. I wasn't a fan of musical theater, but I tried the Hamilton soundtrack on a whim, and I instantly fell in love with it, and now I've seen it live 4 times. And to be honest, I haven't shut up about how much I love it since the first time I saw it on stage. There's one song that stands out to me called Hurricane. For those unfamiliar, Alexander Hamilton lived on St. Croix, and this massive hurricane destroyed the island. Hamilton wrote this amazing poem about the wreckage and how some rich folks helped get him off the island to get an education. In the song, Lin-Manuel Miranda says, I wrote my way out. The idea is he used his skills and a little bit of luck to get off the island permanently. But what this said to me was that before he fought for America's independence, Hamilton fought for his own freedom. Believe it or not, you all did the same thing in your own way. Your hurricane could have been a bad boss. It could have been a bankruptcy, a divorce. Maybe you just wanted to finish what you started. Whatever your reason, you wrote your way out. My hurricane was a combination of struggles I had growing up and believing I could make something of myself. Like so many people I grew up with, I had a single mom who had some mental health struggles and a father who suffered from the twin demons of drug and alcohol addiction. Ultimately, neither of my parents could survive their hurricanes and they died way too young. How this affected me growing up was I learned failure wasn't an option because I had no backup plan. As I got older, got married, had children, I knew that if I let the hurricane of my youth consume me, my family would suffer too. The life raft for me, like many of you, was an education and a commitment to my growing family. I started my program here about 3 weeks before my youngest daughter was born. I thought finishing my first program was tough, but now with 4 kids, I had a small army that needed me at my best. Every day for years required a daily routine of study, work, time with family, study, rinse, repeat. This was all without any guarantee that I would finish while praying I'd survive another round of layoffs. You all know this pattern and this feeling all too well. For students who follow a traditional path to their education, it's hard to adequately explain what it's like to see you have so many years left in the program, but also be worried about getting the bills paid. It's hard to explain to someone having a deadline not only for work, but also one for school and a deadline to help your kids finish their own presentation for their own class. Just take a moment to consider how impressive and unusual your accomplishment is and take a moment to thank your support system for helping you through. I do every day. Nevertheless, I understand some of you may be scared despite today's celebration. There may be a promotion, a new job you've had your eye on, the bar exam or the boards. You may just be wondering if this degree was even worth it. I can relate. As I mentioned before, we had just one income, no hope of job security, and to fight the belief that I was doomed to the same fate as my parents. I had this recurring nightmare of just losing everything, and it seemed like the hopes I had as a kid for giving my kids a more comfortable upbringing was just slipping away. Regardless of your circumstance, the point is I can relate to the fear and anxiety that may be filling your mind. What I can tell you is this. My experiences of staying up late at night, wondering whether I could afford to feed my family, shaped me for the better. It taught me what I was made of and gave me the confidence that if I could live through that, I could live through anything. Just 1 degree later, I see the fruits of the labor that I put in years ago, and I promise you will too. In closing, the reason Purdue Global chose me to speak is not that I'm some famous person. I haven't written any bestsellers. I don't have my own television show. Purdue Global asked me to speak to you because I am you. I know what it's like trying to do your homework at work. I've felt the guilt that comes with not being able to spend as much time with your family as you want. But despite how it started, it was worth it. And I can tell you how it's going now. Now I can actively support my wife the way that she supported me and strengthen the relationship with my kids. I have the pleasure and the honor of running my own law practice, and I don't stress about layoffs anymore. I don't worry about long commutes because I get to work out of my home and spend more time with my family. For the first time in my life, I don't feel so dependent. I feel independent. Success isn't just having a long and impressive list of accomplishments. It's the power to live your life on your own terms. With your degree, that is the power that you all have now. I survived these hurricanes, and so did each of you. Just like Alexander Hamilton, you wrote your way out, and now it's time for the next chapter in your story. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dolan. It's just inspiring to hear from you. He talked about he saw Hamilton 4 times. I've heard this speech twice, and it's good both times. Yeah. But like he said, he's speaking to you. He is one of you, right? And what's different when you're 30 or 40 or more and graduating from school instead of 22? You're at a different stage of life, and you really need to take it and grab it and live it today. Right? It needs to be important for you today, and I hope it is. And I hope you can enjoy this day as much as possible with all those who came with you. What he shared is very real, and that's why it's such an important story. Now, graduates, as we continue the celebration, there's just a few things I want to highlight from your accomplishments. Recently, we launched the Center for Community Engagement and Service Learning. And one part of that center is an award that we call the Achievement for Community Engagement and Service, or ACES. The ACES award provides students with the opportunity to be recognized for engaging in volunteer activities in their community. And I'm delighted to highlight 2 students graduates who have achieved their platinum level in the ACES program. Gladys Okori is graduating with her Master's of Science in Psychology, and Cash Sutton, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Organizational Management. And let me also highlight Leah Vinod, who achieved a bronze level and is graduating today with her Bachelor's of Science in Healthcare Administration. Thank you so much for dedicating the countless hours to your communities. So let's just share a little bit more. If you're one of the master's graduates today, would you please rise? Congratulations to you. As a master's student, you make up roughly 9% of the nation's population, and a special appreciation and congratulations to those with the white cords that symbolizes a very high GPA in your master's program. So please be seated. Okay. All right, and then the other thing with the master's degree, you see they're wearing a hood, which signifies their incredible achievement. And we're highlighting a few of those who are hooded at home by their loved ones. Congratulations to all of our master's graduates. Now, we're also incredibly happy and proud to recognize the graduates who have earned academic honors by achieving high cumulative grade point averages in their associate's or bachelor's programs. Will the graduates who earned cum laude honors please rise? And you're wearing the white cords. So the white cords, will you please rise? There we go. And you can be seated. Will the graduates who earned magna cum laude honors please rise? And these are the graduates with a high cumulative GPA of at least 3.8, and they are wearing silver cords to recognize their achievement. All right, congratulations to you. And now we have these graduates who have demonstrated exemplary ability and discipline by earning straight A's. All the courses A's. Our summa cum laude grads wearing the gold cords. Please rise, show them off, come on. What an incredible accomplishment in your time with us, and you can please be seated. All right. So as we said, today is a day to celebrate you. And finishing a degree can bring around just a flurry of emotion, and we're trying to capture your sentiments because we thought it'd be a meaningful reminder of all that you've accomplished to get to where you are today. So let's look at some of these smiling faces. You might even see a familiar face or two here. Great. Now, guess what? It's time for the reason we're here today, recognizing our graduates. Graduates, we'll begin by inviting you to the stage, and as you approach the stage, don't forget to bring your card with your name on it. You'll hand it to an attendant who will let you know when to cross the stage. You'll be greeted by your school's administrator or myself. I now turn it over to Dr. Buck from the School of Business and Information Technology. Dr. Buck.
Thank you. Will the candidates in the School of Business and Information Technology please rise? Chancellor Dooley, these graduates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of the School of Business and Information Technology. With the approval of the faculty, they are now being presented to you to be formally recognized with their degree.
Thank you, Dr. Buck. Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University Global, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon each of you the master's, bachelor's, associate's, or certificate with all of the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this great achievement, you'll now be formally recognized. I invite the marshals to lead the candidates from the School of Business and Information Technology to the stage. And while they're starting to come up, some of our folks from the School of Business and IT want to share a few messages to the grads. Let's take a look.
Congratulations, graduates, to you and your families on your achievement of this great milestone. I wish you continued success.
Congratulations, graduates! You did it! Woo!
Hello, everybody. I just want to extend a congratulations to all the graduates. Remember that this chapter in your life is closing, but you have many more coming up involving your career. Best wishes. Good luck to all. Take care.
Congratulations, graduates! You did it! Woo!
The following candidates are graduating from the School of Business and Information Technology. Andre Brown. Renee Bursay. Danez Cheek. Aaron Crutch, U.S. Air Force veteran. Barbara Dunkley. Jeffrey Gramlich. Michelle Gramlich. Ashley Harrington. Paula Leonard. Sabrina Mercari. Soraya Nolasco.
Denise G.
Tifara Ratliff. Christine Rudberg.
Alicia McLaren.
Mallory Slavis. Scott Tabebi.
Aaron Desi. Lauren Baines.
Charisse Yarborough.
Jomanna Archer.
Brittany Shammerhorn, U.S. Air Force.
Emmanuel Sanchez.
Amanda Tucker. Cheryl Abrams.
David Natal.
Jeremy Ramirez.
Jennifer McGee.
Timberly Partlow.
Toniaro Mason.
Cindy McGugan Cassidy.
Floshilda Lobrado.
Kimberly Roundtree.
Grace Kolojeski. Michelle, Jeff, and Shane Gramlich.
Tirawik Kurare. Jennifer Hatfield. Leonard George II. Chu Din.
Adam Guzman.
Hema Chapar.
Prima Ayangete.
Danielle Carson. Caitlin Brookshaw.
Fallon Brown.
Latanya Atkins.
Zane Banks.
Courtney Allred.
Kenneth Buck.
Michael Baggett, U.S. Army veteran. Morgan Bird.
Krista Davis.
Roberto Calles.
Carmen Fangalo.
Keith Chamness.
Melissa Lapointe.
Angelina Descens Sholey.
Candace McMillan.
Rashima Harris Culver.
Felicia Michelin.
Odalis Levy. Deasia Logan.
Sean Phillips.
Curtis Meekum.
Juana Rivera. Whitney Smiley, U.S. Army.
John and Christine Papagiannopoulos.
Christopher Whitaker.
David Cedillo.
Willie Ville.
Allison Stewart.
Patrick Swilmy, U.S. Army.
Rodney Weck Rorick. Madison Taylor.
Caitlin Snow. Lana Port, U.S. Coast Guard.
Taj Seabrook. Galenda Perry, U.S. Army veteran.
Abigail Palmo, U.S. Army veteran.
Martin Medina.
Brandon Martin.
I love it. She's got her tassel. Look at that.
Bryce Latin,
Cynthia.
U.S.
Go ahead.
Bryce Latin, U.S. Army veteran.
Cynthia Yanez.
Amber Johnson.
Naja Clark. Roseanne Kemp, U.S. Army.
Oscar Fernandez, U.S. Army.
Dorothy Johnson Hill.
Daniela Dionda.
Jeffrey George.
Ryan Celaya, U.S. Marines veteran.
Ochuko Ekuke.
Robert Sykes, U.S. Army veteran.
Grace Brown.
Jackie Wan.
Duran Bell.
Kashiko Williams.
Anna Turner. Shanice Vidal.
Vincent Rodriguez Delgado.
Jessica Wirtz.
Carmen and Garrett Blankenship.
Sashay Colvin. Angela Signorelli.
Sifua Tupuola.
Deja White, U.S. Army.
Nicholas Lampak, U.S. Army.
Jose Rivera, U.S. Army.
Marshawn Gilliard.
Christopher Grosso. Shakira Coleman.
Dwayne Woolley.
Congratulations, School of Business and Information Technology graduates. Dr. Zolotar.
Will the candidates in the School of Health Sciences please rise? Chancellor Dooley, these graduates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of the School of Health Sciences, and with the approval of the faculty, they are now being presented to you to be formally recognized for their degree.
Thank you, Dr. Zolotar. Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University Global legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon each of you the master's, bachelor's, associate, or certificate with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this great achievement, you will now be formally recognized. I invite the marshals to lead all the candidates from the School of Health Sciences to the stage. And let's take a look at what some of our folks from the School of Health Sciences wanted to share with our grads.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. You did it. Go Boilermakers.
Congratulations, graduates. You did it. Good luck in the future.
So as you're entering into this new cycle, be your authentic self. Celebrate all of the wins and congratulations. We're looking forward to all of the great work that you're going to be doing in this new season. Welcome, and we need you the most. So be unique, and congratulations to you.
Congratulations, graduates. You have done it. We are so proud of you. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors.
The following candidates are graduating from the School of Health Sciences. Jennifer Dow.
Deja Armstrong.
Misty Moeller.
Mariah Boyce.
Melissa Luna Luchoco.
Antonio Baines, U.S. Air Force.
Alina Smith.
Ashley Bennett.
Crystal Putirai.
Jennifer Chavez.
Diana Trujillo.
Jana Durbin.
Mary Carmen Alvarez. Erica Bryden, U.S. Army.
Alyssa Galasso.
Justin Cox, U.S. Navy.
Heidi Hatfield.
Guante Ferguson.
Sonia Kisuka.
Patricia Green. Sequoia Joseph Holmes, United States Air Force.
Nancy Montplaisir.
Edward Malone, U.S. Air Force.
Shelyan Singh.
Crystal Mays.
Janae Reedy.
Morgan Rogers.
Atherdita Mato.
Addie Reich, United States Navy.
Jacqueline Guerrero, U.S. Navy.
Angelia Ramanerain. Kiana Owens, U.S. Navy.
Lolita Echevarria.
Cindy Wynn.
Michelet Bailey.
Shanquel Manning.
Todd Alba, U.S. Air Force.
Jessica Cower.
Joshua Vandergriff.
Michelle.
Mary Egesa.
Vanessa Diaz. Evelyn Contreras.
Itoria Carter.
Benny Hudal.
Tanisha Bartley.
Jacqueline McCoy.
Elena Thurman Toussaint.
Asma Farhana.
Catherine Cardoza.
Angela Ablar.
Melissa Johnson, today's vocalist.
Andrew Felix, U.S. Army.
Christopher Sanchez Lang, U.S. Army.
Shakia Akers.
Ashleen Singh.
Lorena Velez.
Jessica Poor.
Christian Muchler, United States Navy.
Alexis Page Sabas.
Noah Euler. Caitlin Rudder.
Nisha Barnes.
Kelly Washington Gibbs. Ashley Hardison.
Well, let's give one more round of applause to all of our graduates. And we're almost at the finish line. Family and friends, please remain seated and keep the aisles clear as the faculty and graduates, until the faculty and graduates have exited the theater. You can then meet your graduate outside after the ceremony. And now it's time for the ceremonial tassel turning. Candidates, please rise. Graduates participating from home, please put on your cap and tassel if you're not already wearing it. As the Chancellor of Purdue University Global, I now invite you to participate in the tradition that will signify your new status. Graduates, As you're now part of the graduating class of Purdue University Global, you may change your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations.